we started out doing haunted houses. We started with Scream at the Beach a long time ago. Then we were with Fright Town. We were actually subcontract with Fright Town for 9 years. We really liked that interactive theater aspect. But in haunted houses, you only have seconds to play with somebody as they go screaming through your rooms, and you don't really get to tell them a good story. You don't get to tell them, show them the fantastic sets we built and all that type of stuff. Which was a shame because we liked telling stories. We liked building the sets to tell the story. And then we left Fright Town to go find other adventures. And we looked at what other things we could possibly do. Could we get into an arcade? Could we do airsoft or something else with laser tags where we can build sets and have people play in the sets we build because we love building sets. And then we heard this thing about what escape rooms. Like, well, let's go check out what it is. So we, hedged the bet and went to, at that time, there was like 2 escape rooms in Portland. We went and played both of those, and we had a fantastic time. It was like, we could do this. This is definitely what we want.
Originally, I had made a Flash animation game for escape rooms back when all the escape rooms were online, and that was a big craze and stuff.
We played it, and it was kind of cool. It's like, if we could adapt that to be an escape room, because we were looking at this at that time. And so he started converting it over to be an escape room. I was like, but that ghost theme it's kind of soft. Let's go something a little bit more different and bizarre. So I talked him into looking at the ancient aliens.
And I'm like, well, what is that? And so he told me about, this planet that's like circling and supposedly like plunged through Earth and created the moon and all this other crazy stuff. And the more you read it, the deeper you go down the rabbit hole. And I was like, okay, this is really cool. We're gonna have to put this in here. And so
here's our new storyline. We're gonna do the secrets in Nibiru, and it's gonna go about, the professor is gonna find a portal to go to Nibiru, and this is how everything will work. It's like, that's awesome. Newest room, which is the Crypt of Shadows, which is a scary room for those horror fanatics out there that like to get a little more haunted house in their escape room. It's our newest room. It's our most technologically advanced room. It's been an absolute blast to run it and build it.
And we wanted a room that was going to be basically mostly in the dark, because it's kind of like a unique kind of gag that some escape rooms do that I think is unique to, just different way of doing an escape room. And so we didn't want to do a complete darkness for the entire game, so we decided we'd do like half in the light, half in the dark. And then there's a mechanism here that will actually make the room go dark on both sides for a little while, and then it comes back on again, so you can like look at things and get information you need to solve puzzles and stuff like that. And so this used to be our banquet room. It was only like 250 square feet. It's fairly small, but it just wasn't really getting booked. So we're like, oh, let's just turn it into a vampire crypt. And so we just kind of designed something that we thought looked like a cool Gothic crypt and went from there. So yeah, this room took us about a year to build, mostly because we were uninspired, because it doesn't have like a cool fantasy theme or a haunted house type theme or something, that we're into. It's just looks like a standard apartment. But there's actually more going on in this room than any of our other escape rooms. Without giving away too many spoilers or anything, parts of this room will unfold and new spaces open up. So it's not exactly all that you see here. There's puzzles probably hidden in almost every object in this room. We were looking at doing like either a Mayan temple or an Egyptian tomb, and Egyptian tombs are a pretty popular theme, so we decided we should just run with it. And yeah, this is probably the one that I've wanted to do the most out of all of them here, and Ed was on board with that as well. He's pretty excited about this room.
We were thinking authentic Egypt, so we researched what authentic Egypt tombs and stuff would look like. And so we started building it like that. So we had white alabaster, and the paintings were on the white alabaster, and we looked at it and I was like, people aren't going to think this is Egypt. This looks like white stucco that has been painted. So it's like, well, how do we change this? We decided to change it up to be more Hollywood looking. So then so we'll go with the yellow sandstone. So we ended up having to redo the entire room with a whole new paint schema, just because we were concerned about people not feeling like it was in Egypt. That's part of what we want to do, is we want you to feel where we put you. Where are you at in the story? If you're in Egypt, that's what it is.
Art-wise, we kind of have a pretty good idea of what we want it to look like beforehand. And then I'll get like a board with a bunch of reference images and things like that, and so other people can kind of see what's in my head. And then we'll start going to town on it. And then as far as like playtesting and stuff like that, we'll have like a few weeks of people coming in and playing the room over and over again, just to make sure that all the puzzles are dialed in and there's not something that they're seeing is like, this seems like a puzzle, and in fact, it's not supposed to be.
There are people out there who have this conception that escape rooms are scary.
And they're not. They're not scary unless you specifically book a room like the crypt that's supposed to be scary.
All of that is nonsense. Our rooms, this is a 20 by 20 room. The doors are always open. You're never truly locked or trapped in anything. Safety is paramount throughout.
That's the biggest thing that's hard to convince some people, where they're just like, I'm just worried about I'm going to be trapped, or I'm going to be, it's claustrophobic because it's so small or something like that. And they're not that small. They're pretty big rooms.
Yeah, give them a chance. Don't let your preconceived notions be a barrier for trying something that is a whole lot of fun and very addicting. Once you get started playing escape rooms, it's hard to stop.
Like it's something that's going to stick with you for a while. And I just think mostly we just wanted to have fun and be, their own actor in their own movie, essentially.